My college film group met with me to meet my boyfriend, but when he stepped away for a second, one of them called me a child lover, and somehow she's brainwashed herself into thinking I'm the reincarnation of Diddy. I, 29F, moved into my current apartment 2 years ago. We have an elderly neighbor, in her late 70s, who mostly keeps to herself. She gets her groceries and medicines delivered every week, but the newspaper delivery boy only drops the paper on the ground floor. Before I moved in, she used to pay some neighborhood kids to bring it up to her, but they moved away shortly after I arrived. So, I started bringing her the paper every day. I usually ring the bell and leave it at her door, but when the door is already open, we sometimes have a little chat. She often insists I come in for coffee and always thanks me warmly. I notice her apartment is filled with pictures of her grandson, probably more than 20 of them. To be honest, I thought he was the cutest baby I've ever seen. The photo ranged from his baby days to what he looked like on his 21st birthday. I assumed he was around that age, but never asked, and she never mentioned it. About a year after I moved in, I saw an incredibly attractive guy in our building. I was about 70% sure it was the same kid from the pictures, though he looked older than I expected. When he introduced himself, I found out I was right. We started talking whenever he visited his grandmother, and soon we began dating. We've been together for 8 months now. He's met my parents, and everything has been going well. Last week, I wanted him to meet my college friends and my twin sister, who's currently in town. We all went out to dinner. Although it wasn't explicitly discussed, it was kind of assumed that I would cover the bill, because usually when someone introduces their boyfriend to the group, the couple pays. The dinner went really well. My friends, a group of four, and my sister all seemed genuinely happy for us. I was sharing the story of how I met and met his grandmother. At some point, my boyfriend stepped away to take a call. That's when my friend Sarah suddenly called me a child lover. I was honestly shocked. When I asked her if she was serious, she just said, "I know a child lover when I see one." I was so disturbed by her words that I excused myself. I paid the bill except for Sarah and left with my boyfriend. Later, she messaged me saying that besides being a child lover, I'm also petty and cheap. It really hurt. I absolutely despise abusers, especially child abusers, so being called something like that has taken a serious emotional toll on me. I'm disgusted by her and the whole situation. What's been bugging me even more is that Sarah was abused by a family member as a child, so now I keep questioning myself. Did I do something wrong? My sister and two of my friends are standing by me. Another friend says she doesn't think of me as a child lover, but she finds it a bit creepy that I saw him as a baby before we met. My boyfriend actually found it funny at first, and he's actually 30, but after seeing how upset I've been, he's been reassuring me and telling me it's not weird at all. I don't know what to do. I know I'm not a child lover, but it's really been upsetting me to be seen as one by someone I once trusted. I mean, I don't think she has to worry about this too much because, from the way I see it, anyways, when I see a baby picture of someone, I don't look at it and go, "Oh my god, they're so cute. I wish I could have dated them when they were a baby." No. Who the fuck does that? Right? I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. Just because you saw his baby pictures and then you met him afterwards doesn't mean you were, wanting to be in a relationship with the baby version of him, but rather you wanted to meet the older version of him. Oh, and as a cherry on top of that, your friend Sarah is absolutely fucking insane. I don't know what her problem is. I mean, what did she expect when she literally called you a child lover? For you to just take it as a chip on the shoulder and be like, "Yep, yep, that's me." Like, no, bro. What? Of course she's gonna be mad at you. Like, people, man. Alright, let's get some comments now. Commenter 1. You did Sarah a favor by teaching her that bizarre accusations attract consequences. And commenter 2 says, this is the part that struck me as the most crazy. Sarah called her friend a child lover and still expected that they were gonna pay for her dinner. Where the fuck do you get to be that rude to someone and still think that they're picking up your check? Commenter 3. You saw a baby photo and later met a man who is 30. What kind of weird ass perception does your friend have thinking a photo is cute and then having a relationship with a man who is older than you makes you a child lover? Your friend is warped. Enjoy your relationship and cut the dead weight of her judgment. Update. I have got a lot of questions on why I was using my friend's throwaway account and why not create one. If you see the profile, you could see my friend's post and another Subway Surfers post. We just thought it would be nice to use one account with all three of our problems. There's no logical reason apart from we just wanted to. Kinda like our friends thing. Well, if you think it's fake, that's okay too. I'm not gonna argue with a bunch of internet strangers. On to the update. Me and my boyfriend went on a short trip after the incident, and my friend Sarah contacted my boyfriend and rambled about how our relationship is not appropriate and called me names when she saw our photos from the trip on my boyfriend's profile. We blocked her and our other friends who supported Sarah. Life has been good. I don't know what they've been up to, but sometimes I miss them. Unrelated topic, but remember my boyfriend's grandmother? We threw a surprise birthday party for her a few weeks back, and we took so many photos with her. She filmed one of me and my boyfriend with her in her house, which is so freaking sweet. Also, I don't have a twin sister. I just wanted to alter some details for privacy, and I've seen so many people use twin sisters in a Reddit story. So the sister in my previous post is my older sister. Really appreciate everyone's advice. I feel like 90% of the problems on Reddit could be solved by someone just blocking the other person and moving on, especially in this case where Sarah is just low-key delusional and insane, and I'm not sure where she's getting this idea that just because you saw a baby picture meant that you were attracted to the baby version of them, or whatever she was thinking. Honestly, I don't even know if she was thinking. Maybe she needs to start using her brain a bit more. Anyways, that's gonna be all for this story. Let me know what you all think in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.